Good evening, guys. I'm doing my discussion board forum one for informed consent. I found an article that was written by Sean Byrne in 2015 for the state of Virginia. He stated that informed consent is a process of communication by which a patient is informed of risks, benefits, and alternatives, and understanding and agreement to undergo treatment. So, in comparison to the Code of Ethics in Part A to A, it says the client has the freedom or the right to remain in a counseling relationship and need proper information about counseling process and a both written and verbal expression of what they're about to get into as far as services. And this informed consent is ongoing, so they can get that throughout their process of counseling. This discusses techniques, procedures, limitations, and risks, and also talks about the confidentiality of the client and the counselor and limitations as well. I found a informed consent from West Virginia, and it basically outlines confidentiality. That's the first portion of the informed consent form, stating that Counseling Connection maintains a policy of confidentiality. All services are guided by the ethical principles and standards for the American Counseling Association and National Association of Social Workers and licensing laws of the state of West Virginia. So that's first and foremost what they talk about. Then they talk about supervision and consultation and ways that they can communicate through electronic ways. They explain how therapy works. So they ask like what's helpful for you, spending time between scheduled sessions, follow through to any actions you agreed to take, and take the initiative to bring up issues or topics talked about with your counselor. They have a section for counseling therapy outcomes. So just explaining that we can't guarantee that it's going to produce certain results and that there are some risks with counseling. And it says that your counselor may consult and seek supervision with another professional within the counseling connection about his or her assessment or treatment. Then they offer within the consent form types of therapy, so it gives you different options as far as what you want to do. They have theory reality therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, person-centered therapy, play therapy, and strategic family therapy. So they give you multiple options and services of what they provide for you so that you can get information about if you want to have services with this company. And they also give a list of the therapists and counselors, I'm assuming, so you can see their credentials and see if somebody would fit for you. And they just have all their information down as far as what they do, how they got their degree, what they specialize in, and things of that nature. And then lastly, they have emergencies, and if you have access to your own records, as well as billing and how you would be paying and missed appointments and policies. And then they just have the HIPAA document. Said, by signing below, I confirm that I have been given a copy of the Counseling Connections Notice of Privacy of Practices and Statements of Client Rights. So based on this informed consent form, it seems to have all the information that they are required for both the Code of Ethics as well as the regulations for this state of Virginia, making sure that we're telling our clients of the benefits and alternatives of starting services with somebody, as well as providing them information about their credentials that they have and what they're able to do as counselors. All right, thank you. Have a good night.